Golden State Warriors coach Steve Kerr offered a positive update on Jimmy Butler's health, saying the six-time All-Star's ankle sprain is minor and not expected to keep him out for long. "It was clean," Kerr said of Butler's MRI, per ESPN's Anthony Slater. "We're not concerned." Kerr confirmed Butler, 36, is day-to-day after sustaining the injury in practice last week, calling the setback nothing serious, as the Warriors proceed cautiously with their veteran forward. Butler's arrival revitalized the Warriors. Since Butler arrived in a mid-season trade last year, the Warriors have looked like a new team. His energy, toughness, and leadership fueled a late surge that saw Golden State go 23-8 to close the regular season and claw back into the playoff picture. Despite battling a pelvic contusion during the first round against the Houston Rockets, Butler helped the Warriors advance before the team's run ended in the second round when Stephen Curry suffered a hamstring injury. Golden State dropped 4 straight to the Minnesota Timberwolves after taking Game 1. Still, Butler's influence transformed the team's mentality. His defensive intensity and competitiveness injected a spark reminiscent of the Warriors' earlier championship years. Curry, Green praised Butler's leadership. Curry said having Butler for a full training camp gives the team much-needed continuity. "It helps him as a player and as a person to have stability," Curry said on Media Day. "Based on how last year ended, he knows the system, knows what he brings, and how he can help us win. Having that clarity going into camp just gives everyone confidence. The way we finished the year was fun for all of us." Forward Draymond Green echoed that sentiment, noting how Butler's presence has helped shape the team's identity early in camp. "You can build an identity from the beginning," Green said. "Defensive communication, effort, tone. All those things start now, and Jimmy sets that example every day." Butler confident in Warriors' championship aspirations. Before the injury, Butler appeared in 2 preseason games, scoring 9 points in the opener and 12 in the second contest. He also spoke candidly about his motivation to finally win an NBA title. "We realize there's not enough talking in the world. We have to go out there and produce," Butler said. "We're joyful and happy to compete together. I smile knowing we've got a great chance to win a championship." In a move that strengthened team chemistry, Butler hosted his teammates at his home in San Diego before camp began. Buddy Hield, one of the Warriors' key offseason additions, called it a powerful gesture of unity. "What Jimmy did was phenomenal," Hield said. "Hosting everyone, welcoming the team into his home, that shows leadership. The camaraderie was amazing. I've never experienced that in my 10 years in the NBA." Warriors' veteran core faces big challenge. With Butler's ankle sprain deemed minor, the Warriors expect him back soon as they prepare for a crucial season in the Western Conference. The front office is banking on the combination of Butler's leadership, Curry's scoring brilliance, and Green's defensive mastery to anchor another playoff push. Still, Kerr knows the ultimate test won't come in October, it will come in April. The Warriors' hopes hinge on whether their aging core, including Butler, can withstand the grind of the 82-game regular season schedule and stay healthy when the playoffs arrive. The decision to bypass on Malcolm Brogdon in free agency this summer has already been justified for the Golden State Warriors, with the 32-year-old announcing his shock retirement from the NBA on the eve of the regular season. The Warriors made what appeared at the time like a controversial free agency decision in the offseason, prioritizing the likes of Seth Curry and Gary Payton II over Brogdon despite their lack of point guard options beyond Stephen Curry. Brogdon was strongly linked to the Warriors for some weeks, yet the interest on the franchise's side obviously wasn't big enough given the 32-year-old accepted just a training camp deal with the New York Knicks. Malcolm Brogdon has stunningly retired from the NBA after 9 years. Perhaps Golden State were aware of just how problematic Brogdon's injury issues were, having been limited to just 63 games over the past 2 seasons with the Portland Trail Blazers and Washington Wizards. It's been only 2.5 years since Brogdon won the NBA's 6th Man of the Year with the Boston Celtics in 2022-23, with the former Rookie of the Year averaging 14.9 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists, while shooting 48.4% from the floor and an incredibly efficient 44.4% from three-point range. Brogdon finishes a 9-year career averaging 15.3 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 4.7 assists on impressive 46/39/87 shooting splits, having played with the Milwaukee Bucks, Indiana Pacers, Celtics, Trail Blazers, and Wizards. There is strong belief that Brogdon would have earned a place on New York's main roster by opening night, though his preseason form might have suggested that the end was near. He averaged just 4.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, and 2.0 assists in 13 minutes per game over 4 appearances, shooting 29.4% from the floor and 25% from three-point range. With Jonathan Kuminga eventually re-signing and the acquisitions of Al Horford and Anthony Melton seen as their big free agency moves, the Warriors rounded out their roster by bringing back Peyton, signing Curry, and giving rookie guard Will Richard a 4-year standard deal rather than a two-way contract. The Richard decision already looks like the correct one given his strong impression during preseason, while Curry is yet to debut as he ramps up his training workload. The veteran sharpshooter is expected to be waived at the end of preseason, then brought back once Golden State are financially eligible to do so next month. As sad as it is that a quality player like Brogdon has had his career cut so short by unfortunate injury issues, it does prove that the Warriors were right to steer clear of him when the opportunity arose. Any minor hope of the Golden State Warriors acquiring Keegan Murray in a potential Jonathan Kuminga trade is now officially out the door, with the Sacramento Kings forward coming to terms on a massive new extension with the franchise on Wednesday. As first reported by ESPN's Shams Charania, Murray has signed a 5-year, $140 million extension that essentially puts him off the trade table completely until next offseason at the very earliest. Warriors won't be able to steal Keegan Murray from the Kings. The poison pill nature of rookie extensions makes it almost impossible to deal the player in their 4th year, eliminating Murray from any potential mid-season discussions if the Kings renew their interest in Kuminga. Sacramento had been the leading contender for the Golden State forward during his long free agency stalemate during the offseason, but sign-and-trade negotiations never really got close, which left Kuminga to re-sign on a 2-year, $48.5 million contract, second-year team option. It remains to be seen how much Murray's extension could possibly impact the Kings' desire to re-enter the Kuminga market, with a likelihood that the Warriors make the 23-year-old available once trade eligible again on January 15th. Murray had been the dream target of many Warrior fans while following the sign-and-trade negotiations, but this extension proves that was never a realistic possibility given how highly the Kings value their former 4th overall pick. Instead, Sacramento offered up multiple packages that started with Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks, before lifting that to Malik Monk and a protected future first-round pick. Golden State balked at the latter offer partly due to base-year compensation rules and the fact they would have had to move either Buddy Hield or Moses Moody to make the money work, something that won't be the case if the teams re-engage on talks mid-season. Murray is currently sidelined with a thumb injury sustained in preseason, having averaged 13.3 points, 5.6 rebounds, and 1.4 assists on 45.1% shooting from the floor and 37.6% from three-point range through his first 3 years in the league. Murray's extension comes on the same day that the franchise signed former MVP Russell Westbrook, making for an even more intriguing watch on how much offensive opportunity the 6 feet 8 inches forward will get once he returns from injury. The Kings are now even more loaded with on-ball type players, having also signed Dennis Schroeder in the offseason to a roster that includes Monk, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Domantas Sabonis.